Well, my friends, welcome back once again to the channel. Right now, what we're going to be talking about is G.Skill launches the world's first largest capacity SSD, I guess. Or no, not SSD, RAM. System RAM, that is. So let's get to the article and see what they got cooking. Alrighty, WCCF Tech. Looks like they launched this article about G.Skill. Says launches the world's first largest capacity 256 gigabyte memory kit featuring 6,000 microtransfers at CL32. Wow. So let's see what they got. That's a big kit. That's a big kit. You're on AM5. That might be good for you. That means if you can run two of those, that would be even awesome. But it's 464. I just looked at it, and my bad, everybody. I thought it was one big. This says the world largest capacity 256 gigabyte memory kit. I didn't look at it very closely. My bad. I thought it was just one stick of RAM. That would have been more amazing. But this is amazing too. It's got AMD Expo. So let's read what they got. They says G.Skill debuts 64X4 UDIM DDR5 memory kit for AMD platforms, offering low latency at 6,000 microtransfers, also reaching a whopping 7,000 microtransfers. So that means it's sounding like it's an overclock. So that might be something you enthusiasts want to get on jump on. So it says G.Skills and V-Color are at war. Wow. Competing to reach the higher and higher memory speeds while retaining large memory capacities. Very recently, V-Color launched what they called the world's first 256 gig memory kit, clocked out at 6,000 microtransfers. G.Skill also claimed to have launched the world's first 256 gigabyte memory kit. But the difference is the cache latency. Let's roll down just a little bit more, see what else. So the V-Color kit reached 6,000 microtransfers at CL38, while G.Skill kit reached the same speed just at CL32. Interesting. However, the secondary timings are higher on the G.Skill memory kit, nothing less. G.Skill Trident Z5 UDIM DDR5 memory kit is one of the first to reach 6,000 microtransfers at 256 gigabytes, 64 gigs times 4 capacity, which is quite too hard to achieve. Now, guys, I'm going to leave a link in the article about this in the description below. My final thoughts on this. I'll tell you what, it looks like it's getting time that, AM5 is starting to shine. So if you're looking to get into AM5, and it looks like even because the last video I made was about Intel Core 200, about the boosting and everything else that they're doing, especially with their RAM and everything else, it looks like it's time to shine for Intel and AMD. So, but right now, it looks like G.Skill is trying to shine with the 256 gigabyte kit for your system RAM. That is going to be a monster. Maybe someday AMD will do CUDIM like AMD or Intel's doing. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But we can all hope that it happens fairly soon, because I know there's a lot of gamers out there that talk to me and say, Jay, I want more speed. How do I get it? And, I'm coming up to the point where I can't give them an answer. All I keep telling them is make sure you got your drink and snacks. I mean, what else am I going to tell them? These companies are starting now to come out of the closet. But anyway, as this story unfolds and we get more information over here, we'll definitely do a follow-up video on it. Just like some of the other videos, I'm doing follow-up videos on because the story is starting to emerge. So I think it's a really good story to start, dealing with. I got 64 gigs of RAM, and I'm happy with that. But 256, I'm going to tell you, if they're moving up to this realm of capacity, something tells me games are going to start moving up higher and higher for the amount of RAM that you need on your motherboard. Some people are going to say, no, it don't. It has nothing to do with it. Has nothing, capacity has nothing to do with it. Yeah, it does. Capacity's got everything to do with it because each block you fill up in your system RAM makes the RAM smaller and smaller and smaller because some programs like to sit there in the system RAM for longer time. And then you got more wait time. But the more capacity you got, that kind of narrows the wait time down a little bit. I've noticed that too. I use 16 gigabytes of RAM. Guess what? I didn't enjoy it because the speed came down and down and down and down. But as soon as I went to 64 gig, boom, my world opened up. So I enjoy it. I mean, for gaming, content creating, and everything else, I don't have to replace it. It's that damn good. Even though I run AM4, guys, I'm going to sooner or later, AM5 is going to be coming up into my realm, and it's going to be time to move upwards. But with the RTX 4070 I got, that'll carry me another 5 years. So all I got to do is update my platform. I've already updated my AIO cooler for my CPU. Now it's time that it looks like RAM's getting up to that point where I need to start adventure into those RAM things. A lot of people are testing it to see if it works or not works or whatever. You know what? I'm going to test it. And if it works for me, it's going to work for you. That's all I'm going to tell you. But anyway, guys, we're at the end of the video again. So if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until then, next time in the next video, you know what it is, and we'll see you on the next one.